I have been playing Tears of the Kingdom non-stop since its release, and I have about 60 plus hours right now, and I have barely done any of the main quests. And so far I have 7 hearts, I've done one of the temples, and I have 2 stamina wheels. So I've mostly just been like running around exploring and just trying to find just enjoying the game. And so yeah, I wanted to give a few tips to you guys for Tears of the Kingdom, mostly like early game beginner tips. So but before I get started, my name is Delaney. If this is your first time clicking on one of my videos, hi, welcome. Nice to have you here. I like talking about video games. Welcome back, return viewers. So let's get started. Okay, so my first tip for Tears of the Kingdom, which is kind of obvious, is talk to everyone. Every NPC in this world will either give you a hint or give you some idea of where to go next for your quest, what is interesting in the area. I came across someone in Hyrule Field, gave me tips to find different caves that had or new clothing and armor, and that's my favorite part of this game. Is feel like these NPCs are way more lived in. Like, it's either you're going to the stable and someone's reading the newspaper and telling you what is the news of the day, what's the news in the area, like what's happening, and it really immerses you more into the story and into Hyrule. Another thing that I will say is, especially early game, is to make sure you have a lot of elixirs. So I like to keep a lot of stamina elixirs on me. I do try to make sure to have a lot of hearts as well, but I feel like stamina right now, especially when you're going through the sky islands or even dropping from the sky using your paraglider, it is very essential to have stamina on hand just in case you run out of stamina mid-flight and you fall from the sky, which has happened to me multiple times before. I was like, I need to make sure I have stamina on me. And the next thing I would say is to make sure that you're constantly coming back to Lookout Landing. So when you first touch down after you come from the Great Sky Islands, you are tasked to go to towards Hyrule Castle, which is where you're coming to the central hub, because there's like a lot of activity, a lot of different people to talk to there. It's where you start to get a lot of your main quests. After you get your main quest objectives, should still keep continuously be revisiting Lookout Landing, because I found that a lot of the characters there will have a new quest depending on how far you progressed into the game or how much you've explored. And you come back, they usually have something else for you. Especially one of the characters gives you a quest to go down into the depths, which is to go underground of Hyrule, and that kind of leads you into the game. That leads me into my next tip, which is don't be afraid of the depths. I'm terrified of the depths. I have been kind of exploring the depths a little bit more, and I found that it is not as bad as I thought. Essentially, it does going into the depths definitely puts in my fight or flight fears, because it's so dark down there, and especially like going down, it's really terrifying. But once you have, like, I made sure to accumulate up on bright blooms, which is like flowers that are able to light up areas, so it makes it a little bit easier navigating that area. But the reason I say is to don't be afraid of the depths is you can get Zonite, which you can use as currency to like upgrade your battery charges, and it just really helps a lot when it comes to making your inventions with the Ultra Hand. The next thing is to explore caves. Make sure you're looking for caves, because there are a lot of good mining areas in there where you're able to collect gems, which will help you to build up more rupees early in game, because the armor can be really expensive. Another way that you can rack up on rupees is by making food that has prime ingredients, which will make it more expensive to sell to Beetle or even to random merchants that you find. And next is experimenting. So the Ultra Hand in the beginning can be a little bit of like, it takes some adjusting to get your Ultra Hand together and to be like combine and build things. I still am not 100% good at it. I try my best. The shrines are really helpful to help you understand the mechanics of the Ultra Hand and how you're able to build things together and create these different inventions to help you in your adventures in Hyrule. But I definitely encourage that you experiment and practice, because that has been really helpful to me in figuring out what kind of inventions I can make. I have made a hovercraft, and it's my favorite thing right now. But it is such an interesting ability, combined with like all the new abilities that they have. And the last tip for you guys is to take your time, explore, and just discover all the things that you can, because I find that just running in a direction and coming across different people in different areas, it helps me to find like a new cave that I didn't know existed, or a side quest that gives you lots of rewards, which I really enjoy the side quest so much in here. Let me know down below what tips you have for Tears of the Kingdom, anything that I missed or that you think that others would be able to find helpful with their gameplay of Tears of the Kingdom. Let me know down in the comments, and I hope all of you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.